Canada's seniors are under attack. Every single day, thousands of phone calls are being placed from Indian call centres to Canadian households, targeting the elderly with fake CRA threats, tech support scams, and banking frauds. These scams are draining life savings, destroying trust, and leaving vulnerable seniors isolated and broken. Tonight, we uncover the truth behind these Indian scam networks, how they work, why they target seniors, and what it means for Canada's future. Section 1. How the scams work. Inside Indian call centres. The story begins in sprawling call centres scattered across India, where hundreds of workers sit in cramped rows with headsets, reading from prepared scripts designed to deceive. These scams often pose as Canadian government agencies like the CRA, or as legitimate companies such as Microsoft or major banks. The goal is always the same: scare seniors into handing over money or personal information. Callers use fake Canadian numbers, making the call appear local. This spoofing tactic gives the illusion of trust and increases the chance seniors will pick up. Once on the line, scammers use intimidation. They tell seniors their SIN numbers are compromised, their taxes unpaid, or their computers hacked. Fear is their primary weapon. Many scams escalate quickly. Seniors are told they will be arrested within hours unless they pay immediately, creating panic and forcing rushed decisions. Payment often comes in the form of gift cards, wire transfers, or cryptocurrency. These methods are nearly impossible to trace, making recovery unlikely. The call centers are run like businesses, with managers, quotas, and even reward systems for employees who extract the most money. To these networks, scams are not random crimes. They are a thriving industry, built on exploiting the trust and fear of Canadian seniors. Section 2. Seniors under attack. Real lives, real losses. Meet Margaret, a 74-year-old widow from Ontario who thought she was speaking with the CRA. She emptied her savings account to avoid arrest, only to realize too late it was a scam. Margaret is not alone. Thousands of Canadian seniors lose money each year, with average losses ranging from a few $100s to their entire retirement funds. The psychological toll is often worse than the financial loss. Seniors feel ashamed, embarrassed, and afraid to tell family members what happened. Many victims stop answering the phone altogether, isolating themselves further from loved ones and support networks. Seniors are ideal targets because they are more trusting, less familiar with technology, and often live alone without immediate help. Reports show Canadian seniors lost more than $500 million to fraud in 2023 alone, with Indian call center scams responsible for a major share. Behind every statistic is a human being, a grandmother, a grandfather, a retired teacher, or a war veteran who spent a lifetime saving only to lose it all in minutes. These stories highlight not just a crime, but a national crisis threatening the dignity and security of Canada's elderly population. Section 3. The scale of the fraud. Billions leaving Canada. Indian scam networks don't just steal from individuals, they drain entire economies. Experts estimate billions of dollars leave Canada annually through fraud. These funds are laundered through international banking systems, converted into cryptocurrency, or funneled through shell companies, disappearing almost instantly. The money rarely returns. It finances lavish lifestyles for scam organizers, fuels corruption, and funds expansion of even larger call center operations. Canadian authorities admit that only a fraction of reported cases are investigated, and even fewer result in arrests. The international nature of the crimes makes enforcement difficult. Meanwhile, the scams grow more sophisticated. Scripts are updated weekly, caller IDs rotate daily, and employees are trained to adapt quickly to suspicious questions. Fraud hotlines are overwhelmed. Law enforcement is understaffed, leaving seniors with little more than warnings that arrive too late. The economic cost goes beyond money lost. It erodes trust in legitimate institutions, weakens confidence in government, and undermines the digital economy. In short, Indian scam networks are not petty criminals. They are organized enterprises operating on a global scale, with Canada as one of their prime targets. Section 4. Why can't Canada stop them? Canadians often wonder, if the problem is so well known, why can't it be stopped? The answer lies in weak enforcement and global jurisdiction limits. Many scam call centers operate openly in India, sometimes under the guise of tech support businesses. Corruption and lack of oversight allow them to thrive. Canadian police can only act within national borders. To pursue scammers abroad, they rely on international cooperation that is often slow and ineffective. Political sensitivity adds another layer. Canada must tread carefully in accusing or pressuring another nation, even when its citizens are harmed. Meanwhile, the scammers exploit these gaps, knowing they can act with near total impunity. Attempts to crack down, such as banning foreign spoofed numbers, have only had limited success, as scammers quickly find new workarounds. Technology companies are also blamed for failing to protect users. Phone carriers, app developers and online payment systems all play a role, but often pass responsibility to others. The result is a system where seniors remain vulnerable and scam networks continue expanding with little real resistance. Section 5. Protecting seniors. What must be done? Awareness is the first line of defense. Seniors must be educated to recognize the warning signs: urgency, threats, requests for gift cards or wire transfers. Families should regularly check in on their elderly loved ones, discussing scams openly so that shame does not silence victims. Banks and retailers must also take responsibility. Cashiers should be trained to recognize suspicious gift card purchases and intervene when necessary. Law enforcement needs more resources. Dedicated fraud units and cross-border task forces must be strengthened to target the networks at their source. Politicians must prioritize the issue, making it a matter of national security rather than treating it as isolated crimes. International cooperation with India is essential, though difficult. Canada must push harder for accountability and enforcement on the ground where these call centers operate. Technology providers must improve protections, blocking suspicious calls and flagging potential fraud attempts in real time. The battle will not be easy, but without action, seniors will remain on the front lines of this silent war. Canadian seniors are being robbed every day, and the networks behind these scams are only growing stronger. Do you believe Canada is doing enough to stop Indian scam operations? Or are we leaving our most vulnerable citizens unprotected? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, share this video to spread awareness, and don't forget to like and subscribe so more Canadians can learn the truth. Together, we can expose these networks and demand action before another senior is scammed.